Hey, Guillermo here, part two of the terms overview, and this is the part where we're actually creating the work order. Iris has done most of the work for you. I just want to show what the output's like from that term that we just did. That whole thing. Okie doke. So here we are in the workspace. And what we normally would do is we start out in the task section. You can look at your tasks and you'll see, okay, these are all the work orders that were created from Iris from the issue, and then you can go through it and figure out what terms are you know address. If I go look at the sessions here, I look at that term specifically that I went through, and kind of get a sense of how we save time for all of our customers. Let me just find that terms session. Here it is right here. All right, actually, first thing I'll take a look at. So remember, I didn't do all of the guides. I didn't follow every single step inside that checklist. So that gives me a score of 58, meaning I only answered probably 60% of the questions that were in the term punch list. So right away, I know there's probably maybe a big gap in quality for that particular term, but we did a pretty good job in terms of how we did it. So look at the turn, and then right away, here are the tasks that are created automatically. And so repair weather stripping. You remember, if you recall, we took a look at that. Here was the issue that we wanted to address. Here is the kind of the category for the issue. It is non-warrantable, meaning that based on the policy that governs the maintenance handbook and resident responsibilities, this weather stripping is something that should have been really billed back to the customer, the resident, when it's fixed. Here's the task that's been created. Here's the issue. Here's a small video of it all, and then ultimately here's the issue here. So to create this into a service order, I pick this, and then I assign it to weather stripping. Let's call that Carl's Carpentry. To create that PDF, I'm going to add a link to it, and then create that PDF, and that is what the PDF looks like. Let me just grab this over here. Here's me. Here's on. Let's do this. Create the PDF. The PDF has all the details on it, and you're really wrong. So that's kind of a quick little view of all of the issues that we're creating. So remember, repair the door casing. That was an issue that came up. Here are the different images around door casing. So all of these work orders are very, very raw, or they can get pushed back right into your PMS system. And we'll go even further in here, take a look at that term and dig in on it. I can review the different elements of the term in a really fast way. So I go to the review tab. In here, I can review the entire video. If I jump into the guides, I can jump into, are the exterior lights functional? Jump into that part of the term and see the results of that particular section. So here's where you've got all of your completeness that relates to the specific part of that term.
The door weather strip intact. We've got an issue here on the weather stripping.
Oh, exterior lights, right, of course. So there we go. The blinds intact. Kitchen is the range still operational. Is the microwave operational? All these things, I can just skip through it and take a look at all these things here, right? Rather than spending all that time. And you'll recall that we took an image of the snap of the serial number. So I go down into the particular model here. I'm going to see, here's the model of the freezer. I can copy and paste that if I want into my clipboard and use that for any subsequent warranty management. Any of the system you've got, push it in. All that can be pulled out really quickly, and nothing was done. So why this turn solution is so valuable is that ultimately you can stack up your turns. As you can imagine, all turns happen during a specific short time period, and you can stack all your turns up in a way that your on-site rep is going back to back to back to back to back, and then all of this data pushes up into your central PMS system, and you can manage all the results from the central location. So example, if you're doing all these turns in Atlanta, and your Nashville office can actually sit and they can receive all this data with a notification, with all these sort of automations that we built in, and they can start pushing out these notifications for these turns back into your PMS system and your report management system. So all of these things here, repair door casing, fixed wall discoloration, right? Here's here's all the issues. parallel casing. Talked about the yeah. So that's the sense. So here's all of the different term items. You can sit there and start talking about completed and progress, and you can look at all these things in the task manager, and all the due dates for all these items can be set right here. And then when you go back into your overall terms management, or sorry, task management, one of my tasks, and here in my task, I'll see all the items that are due September 18th, and that's kind of what I'm governing. So repair that carpet issue. I change the date for today and open it up. Then there's a specific issue. There's a serial in the model, and I can jump in right to that specific session. Open that up, take a look at that task, and you start acting on it. That's what we do at Iris. That's how we make work orders super fast and super easy. And I'll post this up and make sure you watch part 1. Thanks a lot. Take care, everyone. And bye-bye from Blueprint 2024.